Hey everybody, how you doing today? It's PapaYaw here, and I wanted to talk to you today about insecurities, especially when it comes to setting your goals for health and fitness and reaching your goals. Where are you coming from? How are you approaching your health and fitness goals? Are you approaching it from an angle of, hey, I'm comparing myself to this body that I've seen on TV or in a magazine, and I need to get here to make me feel good? So this is in the area of judging and comparing. How are you coming to your fitness goals? Are you coming at it from judging and comparing, or are you coming from it from love and acceptance? So here's how it works. When we're growing up, we're shown so many images on television, magazine, now the internet, and we're literally being told how our bodies are supposed to look, to be accepted by society, to be able to gain that confidence that you want and the success that you want. You need to look a certain way. Okay, that's good enough. But here's the thing, the news, CNN, they tell us how the world is supposed to operate. They show us these images as to how the world is, and then we also take that in and we believe it. You go to your friend is gonna tell you something else about how the state of the world is, about what to do with your health and fitness or how to approach it, and we believe that as well. So when we do this, when we take these external advice or external recommendations, we take them in, especially when it comes to health and fitness, what happens is we start to judge and compare ourselves. So I know from my own journey, I have done this, and I need to constantly be on the watch, because it comes back right like this, where I compare myself to someone else's body type or someone else's success that they have, and in doing that I start to judge myself. I start to see myself as not having as much value as that person, and what happens is that really causes me to not gain the progress, the actual progress that I want in my health and fitness life. So how do we approach this? Because I've gone years and years trying to get a certain body type and caused myself numerous injuries, lifting weights that I couldn't lift comfortably, doing routines that are way out of my league, all because I wanted to reach this body type or this image that I thought would give me everything when I got there. So we need to really look at this, because if we're approaching it from a place, if we're approaching our health and fitness from a place of judgment and comparison, judgments of self. When you look in the mirror, what are you seeing? Are you seeing all the flabby areas of your body and how it doesn't compare to this other person or this other image that you're trying to reach? What are you seeing when you see your body in the mirror? Are you able to even look at it? Are you able to look at yourself in the mirror without scratching your nose, or without, trying to look away from the mirror, from having eye contact with yourself because you've noticed a body part that you're not quite comfortable with? Well, that's where we need to go to work. Why are you not comfortable with that body part? Why? How come? And oftentimes when we go down to it, we're gonna find that lack of confidence, that insecurity that comes along with looking at our body image, totally comes from a comparison and a judgment place. Because when we look at the word insecurity itself and break it down, what is it? It's insecurity. So you're actually insecurity. So how can you feel a lack of confidence, or that you're not even supported, when you're in security? That's the most secure place you could be. However, when we take that even deeper, when we look at insecurity, we're looking at internally. How secure are you? How secure are you? Because if you're not, then they're gonna show up. They're gonna manifest as lack of self-confidence, shyness, inability to express yourself fully, because you're comparing to another person. So this is where we need to switch it around and come from love and acceptance. Self-love and acceptance. So when we look at this, and I've been practicing self-love for a few years now, and it's a working journey. You can trust me. This does not stop. And I've come to discover that in going and approaching my health and fitness through this manner, guess what? All of a sudden, I don't even care what other people are doing for their health and fitness in terms of the exercise routines, what kind of workouts, what body parts they have. I really couldn't care less. Every time when I wake up and I look in the mirror, I have my set of affirmations, the self-image that I want to create for myself. I declare that powerfully to myself, being able to accept myself wherever I'm at with my results, knowing that, you know, in this universe of increase, in this universe, in this world, in this universe where everything increases, when you look at life, there's a constant increase. Everything evolves. So in looking at that, then I can just know by the natural laws of nature, I'm gonna get to my goal no matter what. No matter who's at what I think my goal is at right now, or where I'm at myself, it doesn't even matter, because I know with practice, persistence, perseverance, I'm gonna get to my goal. And that's just a law of nature. So once I know that, for me, that's one of the things that drives me and really just not approaching my health and fitness from judgment and comparison and being motivated by anxiety or a lot of tension in my body. That's one of the things that motivates me, to know that, hey, based on the law of the universe, if I keep up with this, I'm gonna improve, I'm gonna get better, no matter what. So that's one over there, one thing you can do, one perspective, how you can change your mindset to be able to look at yourself in the mirror and accept yourself more, just for where you're at. That's one practice. Another practice that really helps is to really just show some love and appreciation to yourself. When you see yourself in the mirror, right, really eliminating all judgment, comparisons, forget what the magazines say, forget what TV has said, all the cartoons, whatever, just toss it out of your head and just see that person in front of you, right? Reconnect with your goals. What do you want in terms of energy, vitality? How do you want your body to look? How do you want people to respond to you? And once you get that clear, really staring into your eye and gazing into your eye and sending yourself much love, much appreciation for the body that you have right now, and knowing that, yes, I'm increasing, I'm gonna get the body that I want. And when you love and accept your body first, right, when inside you're secure, when you have that internal security for yourself, that self-love, then guess what? You can show that to everyone else. So now when you look at, when I look at someone else's body or body type or energy levels or vitality levels or health, whatever it is that I'm aspiring for, when I see it, I don't go into, oh my gosh, wow, how can I do that? That's incredible. Oh my, he must be blessed. It must be genetics. I can never do that. That's crazy. And all the voices that go on in our heads, I can just let that go aside and just show love and appreciation for that person. Really get to acknowledge them for what the work that they've put in, because I know it took work to be able to get to that. So showing that love and appreciation and really praising them for the body they have, because whatever you praise, whatever you give increase to, is going to increase some more. So when you praise a child for doing well on a test, guess what? They're going to think, hey, I like that response, so next time I'm going to do even better, or I'm going to do the same. And then they're going to come back with the same grade or even do better than that, and then they're going to get that same appreciation and praise. So coming and approaching your health and fitness from a place of self-love and appreciation. What this also allows is that not only are you going to be able to appreciate the people and the goals that you're about to get to that you're not yet at, you can actually also plan it better. You can actually now be open to have a conversation with these people that are at these goals. I used to go to the gym and I aspired to have these amazing bodies, like these bodybuilders who are just at the gym like 6-7 times a week, 2 to 3 hours a day, and they're just killing it. And I wanted to be in that league. I wanted to be in that category. I was comparing myself to, I was judging myself for not being there. And guess what that caused? It caused my perspective to be so narrow that I didn't even think that I could go and approach them and ask them, hey, what did you do to get this body? How did you get to this body specifically? That's what I lost out on, because internally I wasn't secure about myself to be able to articulate that, to be able to articulate my appreciation and love for them, because I couldn't do that for myself. And so in realizing that, then what became important, and then in realizing that now I'm able to go and ask that person who's doing exactly what I want to do with their health and fitness, this could be any area of your life as well, and be able to ask them those important questions about how you can get there as well, about how I can get there as well. Because here's the truth, once I got more love for myself, more acceptance for myself, and started approaching my health and fitness in the place of love and acceptance, now I could approach anyone at the gym. I approached the biggest guy in the gym, and this was a couple years ago. I approached him and I said, hey, what are you doing? And we just started having a conversation. He was going through a workout, so I saw what he was doing, and he talked a lot about mindset, mental focus, and intensity, and perseverance, all the things that I constantly share about, he talked about. But the one thing that really struck me as I was talking to him was, I noticed, though this guy was 230 pounds, super jacked, right? He was taking some steroids as well, he told me, and he was really ripped. And despite all of this, guess what I found out? After he was doing his leg press machine, he could barely get up and walk. He could barely get up and even like bend an inch downwards from his waist. It was that intense, it was that severe. And then I was like, wait a minute, and it struck me. I said, hey, I've been feeling bad about myself, judging myself, comparing myself to all these body types that I'm seeing now how this guy did it, and it's actually not, it doesn't align with my goals at all, because I want longevity, I want long-term health, I want to be able to have vitality, energy at any point in my life, whether I'm 60 or whether I'm 50, 40, 100, it doesn't matter. Any point in my life, have that energy, vitality, strength, vigor to be able to meet any task that I need. That's my goal, that's my intention. So when I saw that his back was not functioning, I said, no, you know what, this is not what I want. And it got me to see and apply more self-love for myself, and really being honest with what I want for myself and my goals. But that wouldn't have been possible, and I would have probably be still comparing myself to getting those bodybuilding type bodies that are ridiculously huge, if I didn't check myself and really see what I want, come inside and put a pen to the pad and really write it out. What do I want for myself, and why? What is it here that I'm seeking? It wasn't until that experience happened, and that experience didn't happen until I give myself permission to do it by loving myself. So there's a lot to explore, lots to learn when when you're approaching your health and fitness from the standpoint of self-love and self-acceptance. Then you can apply it to any area of your life. So that guy who was at the gym that I saw, who was killing it, seemingly killing it. Now, I didn't ask him this, but if I were to ask him now, today, I'm pretty sure he's gonna say that, or the place that he's coming from, if I was to examine it, I would know, I would be 100%, or not even 100%, pretty certain that he was coming from, or he is coming from, an area or on the angle of judgment and comparison. Because even as I was talking to him and he was explaining why he was taking the steroids and stuff, it really just seemed, the answers he gave me was essentially that's how he can get to his goal. That's how he can get there. And to him, that was the only way. Pretty set on it. But if I really take it in and I see the impact that steroids really have on your body over the long term, and he knows this as well, and yet he's still taking it, and he's still putting the substance in his body that's really not going to afford him health in the next, in a very short time, then we have to question that the amount of love and acceptance he had for himself. So that's the message today. Where are you coming from? Really examining how are you approaching your health and fitness. What is it that's driving you? Is it judgment and comparison, or is it self-love and acceptance? Because those are two different ways to approach it, two different energies that you be holding when you're coming from it, whether it's self-love or acceptance or judgment, comparison. So check that out. Definitely see for yourself where you're coming from. Shoot me a message, comment on this video, share, let me know where you're coming from. Also, go to my website, PapaYaw.com. You're gonna see a 3-video crash course. You can enter your information. I'm gonna send you that through email, and that's gonna allow you to go through this routine. It's a 10-minute routine that's gonna give you more strength, more vigor, more vitality, and on top of that, allow you to tone up and shed the weight that you want in just 10 minutes. So go ahead, check that out. Go to my website, PapaYaw.com, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for joining me again. Much health, much happiness, much prosperity. Peace.